of introductions. Um, I'm Sadeep from the Culture and Heritage team at the Wikimedia Foundation. I'm from Punjab, India. Just this week, I am in London. I was here for a meeting. I'll be back home next week. I've been a Wikimedia contributor since 2009 in the Wikimedia Foundation since 2017. Amir?
Hi, my name is Amir Aroni. I'm calling from Providence, Rhode Island. I've been editing Wikipedia and Wikisource and a bunch of other wiki sites for about 20 years. I've been on the staff of the Wikimedia Foundation since 2011. Although, I'm not speaking here as part of the staff. I'm connected with the staff accounting thing, but I'm not connecting as Wikimedia Foundation staff. I'm just trying to be a helpful Wikipedian here. And I also, like me and Sadeep, we also happen to be members of the Volunteer Language Committee, which is very frequently confused with the Wikimedia Foundation. It's not exactly it's not Wikimedia. Like, we are both. It's very confusing. We are both staff members, but we are also volunteer members of the Language Committee, which approves new domains for projects, which may be relevant for this discussion. So I've spoken for a very long time, so that's convenient to somebody else.
Over to you, your team.
Okay, I'll just start. So my name is Ngauchile. I've been actually working with Tibetan literature and data engineering, this kind of things, like for the past 20 years, and for the past 5 or 6 years I've been a very frustrated wanting to be contributor to the Tibetan domain of Wikipedia. Is not being able to figure out things and templates and admins and this kind of things. That's it. And so I'm really happy to be on this call today. And I'm also the one of the co-founders of OpenPecha, the project, and the current initiative that we're starting this year. Kalden?
Yeah. Hi, my name is Kalden. I've completed my schooling in a Tibetan refugee school in India, and after that I've pursued computer science from Christ University, Bangalore. Then I did my master's in the same university, and I pursued internship at OpenPecha, and then gradually I start working for OpenPecha. I think it's been like 5 years now, and as of now, I'm working as a senior engineer at OpenPecha.
Evan?
I am Evan, and I'm in Bangkok, Thailand, and I've worked with OpenPecha in the past, but I'm just joining like last week as a documentation and community manager person. I'm also a technical writer, like software technical writer. So I'm coming in from that angle, and then I studied Tibetan a long time ago, but I'm pretty rusty, but interested in Tibetan language and Tibetan Buddhism and stuff, and culture.
Tresring?
Hi everyone, my name is Tashit Ring. I also did my schoolings from Tibetan Refugee School, and then I did my BTech Computer Science Engineering from Delhi, and I joined as an intern with OpenPecha, and then it's been now 4 years, and currently I'm working on OpenPecha's data and the API side. Thank you.
Dakar?
Hi everyone, my name is Tenzin Dagar, and I did BTech in Computer Science from JEC. It's in Madhya Pradesh, and then I graduated recent graduate and a fresher, and then I started as a OpenPecha engineer. So it has been few months. Thank you.
Gabor.
Hello everyone, nice to meet you. I'm Gabor and I'm from Hungary, and but currently living in Bali. But currently now I'm in Hungary, and I'm a software developer, and I've been working on with OpenPecha for um, a few months, let's say like a half year maybe, and getting more and more involved. And currently I'm working on the backend and API, and I don't speak or read Tibetan, but I'm about to change that, so I'm really excited. Thank you.
Okay, Gandhi. Maybe I'll present Gandhi because his English is, a bit rusty. Oh yeah, Gandhi we can see. Gandhi is actually our Wikipedian, contribution team manager. So most of them actually are. I mean, it's a bit late, so most of them are out of work and don't speak much English too. So anyway, he's coordinating a team of around like 30 to 40, Tibetan monks and scholars and professors, etc., who are starting to contribute to Wikipedia, Wikisource, and gradually Wikidata, at least like half a day every day. So we're trying to really make things move forward. And so right now they're working on actually adding the content, and gradually they're going to start to move to training, going in different monasteries, different Tibetan communities, and try to onboard as many people as possible to contribute to the information in Tibetan language. So we have like actually it's a tech team is trying to automate as much as possible, lay down the foundation for then the human community, to be able to go double check and improve, what was added. Okay.
This is amazing. Lovely to meet everyone here. And yeah, just as I forgot to mention earlier, Wikisource has been one of the primary projects that I support for, and it's been like my 7 years here at the foundation. This has been my key project. So I'm really excited. I was actually looking at the multilingual Wikisource in the past few months and wondering who are these folks adding a lot of Tibetan text. And I actually asked within our Wikisource community, there are some Telegram channels. I actually asked there as well. Does anyone know who these contributors are who are doing this work? But no one there knew, of course. But I'm really excited that this is happening. And I also, like 15 years ago, when I first went to Dharamshala, I bought a book to learn Tibetan. I looked at the script, which is similar to Devanagari, and could read a few characters. But yeah, that story aside, I did have a look at the slide deck you shared. Do you want to do a quick review of that as well, and maybe what's your plan? I do understand a little bit of it, what's happening right now, but if you want to share what's your short-term and long-term plan, so that we can suggest next steps and where we would need to plug in accordingly.
Okay, sure. Yeah, that sounds good. So just like I won't go through everything just to save time. I'll try to go to the. Let me just share my screen. Okay. Can you guys see my screen?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so so I mean, basically, I mean, this the background is just especially with AI now we're seeing that the lack of high quality data and in Tibetan language is really having a negative impact on how Tibetan and Buddhist content evolves on the web. Yeah, so basically, yeah, to just like, go to the point. So this is kind of like, our general idea is to work on two different tracks. So one track is we're working with the, BDRC, which is like the largest, it used to be actually, many years ago, the largest digital library. And and now it is the largest, data set of Buddhist texts. So mainly Tibetan, but also Sanskrit, Pali, Chinese, Khmer, and some other languages like this. And so we're basically collaborating with them. Right now we're starting a 6-month project to get all their data, use AI to extract the metadata, etc., and sync it to Wikidata, and then then clean up the e-text, improve the OCR, and that's what our team is specialized in, is data engineering. So for Tibetan language, and so we're planning to basically get a copy, one copy of each text on Wikisource, and so these are all texts which are in the public domain, and mostly, they're mostly actually either translations of Sanskrit Buddhist texts or commentaries and books that are giving more expanding the content of this text. So it's mostly Buddhist literature. So that's it, and so that's the first track on the left side and the right side. So the other thing is the next step. So we're planning to start to work on this, probably at the beginning of next year. And we'll start in the coming months, but we'll scale at the beginning of next year. So we're planning to actually, right now we have a team who's specializing in, translation. So we fine-tune models, we work with translation, specialists, etc. And we also work with communities, members of community who want to, contribute to improving quality of translations. And so we're planning to translate as much as possible to make the content accessible in other languages, on Wikisource too. That's it. And once we have this, then we're planning to, extract. One thing actually that we need to know, I guess, actually with both in the Indian tradition and also in the other traditions, like the Hebrew tradition, there's a lot of text and commentaries, a lot of a very deep commentarial tradition, and commentaries are full of explanation of texts, of terms and concepts. And so basically we're building some AI pipelines which go and extract the commentarial, explanations, clarifications, etc., from the commentaries, and we combine all of this and create, draft Wikipedia articles, from all these, public domain sources, and then we have, people who, so Gandhi's team, who actually go through, the material, double check, and either improve the prompts and the the AI workflows, or start to leverage the community to improve the quality of the articles. That's it. So basically, in a few years, we're hoping to see, most of the key, most of the Buddhist literature in Tibetan language, as well as most of the concepts and content, the knowledge, in this text, made available. We are hoping to make it available, on Wikisource, Wikipedia, etc. So in terms of phase, so that's actually what we're planning right now. So this first phase, so we have estimated, we have around 300,000 public domain texts. So not all of them are digitized yet. So we have a lot that are images, there's duplications, etc. And so we're, basically we're starting a project with, around 50 annotators who are going to, basically make everything ready for Wikisource over the next 6 months. And we'll do as much as possible, and then, continue until it's all done. And so that's phase one. And of course, we start with the metadata, and then we'll move on to phase two, which is scaling, this other aspect. So basically extracting all the knowledge and making it available first on Wikidata, then on Wikipedia articles. So that's Yeah, that's broadly, our plan. Yeah.
Yeah, this is amazing. Quite a big task. So I'm really excited to see that this is happening. Um, yeah, just there might one question about the translating on Wikisource. Do you plan to translate entire books that are already available on Wikisource, or maybe you want to translate existing Wikipedia articles from other languages, or from maybe English, that you will find would be useful for the Tibetan community? You can do both as well, but just as what's the idea behind it would be good.
So the focus of this specific project is really to get like fresh content on Wikimedia. So all these hundreds of thousands of texts, get them in Tibetan first, and then translate these into English. So it's like mostly like completely new content. Yeah.
Okay. So you're gonna create new Wikipedia articles.
Exactly. And so based on this, basically we extract information, create new Wikipedia articles, and for some articles for Tibetan it will be creating mostly, because there's nothing. I mean, it's very limited what's there. And then for English, it might be also a little bit of topping up or expanding existing articles. For example, on Shunyata, we're going to add things from our sources. Yeah. Amir, sorry.
No need to apologize. Your work appears to be amazing. So great. Thanks a lot for doing this. I don't know Tibetan, unfortunately, but it looks like you already know how to do quite a lot of things, which is great. And you're already doing them. This is fantastic. I have a bunch of comments. So one thing that I'm noticing that you are not doing, and I do recommend this, and I can help you with that, is translating the user interface. Because I noticed that, if I understand correctly, most people in this meeting do know the Tibetan language. So I recommend that the user interface of our software is translated into Tibetan. It is partly translated, like very, very partially, very low statistics there. And you should translate it. Now, why you should translate it? For several reasons. One, as you mentioned yourself, not everybody knows English. Some people know only Tibetan, or maybe they know Tibetan and Chinese, or Tibetan and Hindi, but not English. And the way our software is configured, if something is not translated into Tibetan, then it's shown in English. Ideally, the whole user interface should be 100% translated into Tibetan. It is time consuming because there are a lot of things to translate. I will very happily help you to do this like gradually in stages, to show you like what are the most important first things to translate, or to review existing translations. Some of them probably need to be corrected. This is quite easy once you get started. Like, it looks a bit weird at first, but once you get the hang of it, you get this. Now, beyond just the general idea of using software in your language, this can also really help your community to become more organized, because then you will be able to discuss within the community in your own language without having to resort to English terminology. You will have consistent Tibetan terminology for all these terms, like category, template, delete, upload, and so on. This is quite important. You can really see this in a lot of languages, that people are starting to talk to each other about this. This is really the creation of a real community doing this. Now, painful part. You mentioned that you have so two things that you mentioned in the beginning, that you have difficulty with administratorship and with templates. Now, administratorship is supposed to be relatively easy. It's a bit of a weird procedure, but once you do it like once or twice, you actually get how to do it, and then it becomes easy. That is definitely doable. Just email me after that, and I will show you the whole process. It's really easy. We don't have to waste the time of the whole meeting here. About templates, this is much harder because this is super unfortunate. This is one of probably the most common complaint of a lot of people. The code of the templates is stored in each language separately, and there is currently no good solution to share this code. It is possible to, difficult but possible, to import some templates that are useful for you from another language. Time consuming, technically weird, but kind of possible. And for a more long-term solution, you need to speak to the higher management of the Wikimedia Foundation because it's in their hands to do this. I tried speaking to them about this several times. It didn't help yet, but if you can speak to them directly, please do, because it would be great if they hear directly from a user who is frustrated by this and not from me, because I'm too internal. So these are the solutions that I can offer you now. If there's specific templates, email me a list. You have my email now. I can try. I cannot even promise that. I can try to help you import them. Yes, about adminship, that's relatively easy. Just send me. There is a bit of bureaucracy, but you do it once, and then it gets easy. Now, one final thing about Wikisource. Maybe I'm missing something. Most likely I'm doing something incorrectly, and Sandeep can probably correct me. I see some edits recently on Wikisource, but maybe not all of them are tagged correctly with the category, because I see relatively little. Maybe there's more and I'm just not noticing it. If I'm looking at where is this? I lost it. Anyway, so it's important on Wikisource to tag every page in Tibetan with a Tibetan category, the same category everywhere. You can also have other internal categories. If just in case, I assume that you understand how categories work on Wikisource. If you don't, please ask me. But it's very important to have the category Tibetan, the English word Tibetan, on all the pages in Wikisource. This is very important for technical reasons. It will be very necessary for measuring the statistics, and it will be absolutely essential if you ever want to get your own domain. And I really think that you should get your own domain. It's really ridiculous. There's no domain yet for Tibetan Wikisource. But anything I can do to help you get your own domain, please tell me. You have the knowledge of the Tibetan language that I don't. But any technical support that you need with how to do things on Wikisource and get this graduated from the multilingual Wikisource to your own domain, please tell me, because there really, really should be a Tibetan Wikisource. Tibetan is one of the most important languages in which there should be a full-fledged edition of Wikisource. So yeah, please tell me. For all these questions, you can definitely email me. You have my email. We can also meet more times for this if you need any technical support. So yes, please. You are already starting to do good work. I see this, obviously.
Yeah, thanks a lot. That's very, very generous. Yeah, we will definitely reach out and at the beginning probably ask for feedback. Just is it formatted properly, or what kind of yeah. So we have the tech team too that can help to set some tests and make sure that we have all the right. I mean, we can, on the technical point of view, we can also make sure that we format everything correctly, etc. Yeah. So thanks a lot for that. Thank you also for mentioning the localization of the UI. So this is something actually that we have on the pipeline. I didn't mention it in the slides, but we have. I mean, some people of our team have actually localized the whole OpenEDX software. So they have actually quite a lot of experience, with localization of large software in Tibetan. And so yeah, that's something we're going to to start to work on. Thanks a lot for that, and we will reach out if we have any question, or basically where do we start? We didn't ever actually look into it yet. Yeah.
So I see that there are you have added a link to a questions document. Someone did, and I see there are multiple questions there. I can just share my screen with these questions while I and Amir both try and answer them. And Amir, please feel free to just unmute and add any additional context where I'm answering these questions. The first question is our project aligned with Wikimedia? Yes, definitely. I think we can just move with the next one. Is how can we work more closely with Wikipedia in order to expand the Wikipedia contributors in the Tibetan Buddhist community? Does Wikipedia organize workshops or send trainers, or can we send some community representative to get training from Wikimedia? So the second part of the first is, I think you're already with the connections that you're making with us, and I'm also linking in the next question some Telegram channels that will be really useful to talk with the larger community and establish some connection. Just share what you're doing and get feedback there directly. Share some links. This is how we're doing it. Are we doing it right or something wrong? So people are really usually very supportive and really keen on knowing. And the second part of the question is about training the workshops or sending people to get trained. Both of them are possible. We have a partner group at Triple IT Hyderabad in India. So if we are talking about workshops to be organized within India, it might be possible for them to then send a representative to the community, and the other might also be possible where they also do um, every year or every couple of years a training program where a couple of contributors from each one or two contributors from each language community usually go and represent who have been really active. So both of these are possible. But yeah, so your location is in India, if I'm just being sure.
Yeah, most of the team is based in India. So right now I'm in Taiwan. Yeah, but everyone else on call is actually, I mean, Evan is in Thailand and everyone else is in India. Most of our team is in India, yeah.
Is in India. Okay. Cool. Yeah. So we can. I think this is the next step for me to connect with the team, with the Triple ID team, to figure out when is this possible in the coming months.
Great.
Yeah, and so and like also it's so Punjabi community. I'm from Punjab, and the Punjabi community also does its workshop. We recently did one near Chandigarh, not so far from it. And is that also something that might be possible if we do one when we just invite you there and do a shared workshop or something?
Very much so. Yeah. So our communities actually, Tibetan communities are split between Delhi and Himachal. So Chandigarh is on the way. Yeah.
Yeah, Punjab. Punjab is in the middle. Perfect. So I think that's both those things we can figure out. The Punjabi community is usually doing every 1 or 2 months. They're doing a workshop or a meetup at least. So we can be collaborators here.
Yeah, please do let us know where can we get information of when the next event is happening. I will definitely send some people. Yeah.
Yes. So I'll just connect with the community when that's happening, and I'll connect with you as well when I know when is the next one happening. So that is this question, and I've added some links here. If you go to Telegram and you just write at the rate Wikimedia General, you should find the first one, and then the two other links for the other for the other Wikisource related chats. One more global and the other more local. And Amir, feel free to add any other Telegram channel that you might think would be good for them to join. There are some mailing lists as well, but like for very quick responses, mailing lists are usually more for announcements and like it's not as quick. So yeah, for more like yeah, just a quick response you want to get on something, Telegram groups are better. And yeah, next is a question for admins on Wikipedia or even let's say future Wikisource. Do you not have any admins right now?
No.
Oh,
So
okay.
it seems that for the Tibetan community, the last admin was active like 10 years ago or something like this. There used to be a team based in China who worked on this, and then the Chinese policy changed, and all of a sudden there wasn't an admin anymore. Yeah, I mean based in Tibet, but yeah.
Yeah. So this there yes. Is that you writing, Amir? Anonymous otter. Yes. Cool. Yes, Amir is writing the steps here. So firstly, you will need to create a local on a local discussion space, which Tibetan is PO, the language code, right?
Yeah, that's right.
So yeah, there is a community portal. I'm not sure what.
Sorry about the interruption. There's a correction. So the link you put there, Meta request for adminship. This is for requesting adminship on Meta itself. This is not.
Okay. Oh yeah, that's the wrong link.
So the two steps that you need to have, like I put both steps. You need to have a discussion. Like you need to choose a person, like somebody with a user account, preferably somebody who has experience already contributing to the Tibetan Wikipedia and knows the Tibetan language. And like it should really be somebody who is known to some other people in the Tibetan Wikipedia editors community, even if it's a very small community. So you write a little proposal. You can and should write it in the Tibetan language. You really don't have to do this in English. You really should do this in Tibetan. People will deal with it. That's fine. It's your language. It's your wiki. It's your language. Do it in your language. You don't have to do it in English. Write a proposal, something like, I am user such and such. I have been contributing to the Tibetan Wikipedia, and I would like to become an administrator. Or you can do this about somebody else. I have noticed that user such and such username have been contributing to the Tibetan Wikipedia. I think that they should become an administrator. And then people should reply, yes, I think it's a good idea. Please appoint this user as an administrator. It's also possible to say no. Okay, but this is a discussion that you should have on the Tibetan Wikipedia. You should choose a page, like a talk page, somewhere on the Tibetan Wikipedia. If you need help choosing this page, I can help you, or you can just figure it out yourself. But like, if you need help, just ask me, and I will help you find the most appropriate page for this. A week after this discussion more or less settles down, you should go to step 2, to this link here. That would be a request from stewards. Stewards are the highest rank of the most global administrators. But there's also something called global administrators. I happen to be a global administrator, but it's actually a relatively low and unimportant position. Steward is the most important position. These are the people with the highest technical permissions globally in all languages. And you tell them, we would like to appoint this user to be an administrator on the Tibetan Wikipedia, po.wikipedia.org. We had the discussion about this on this page and give a link to this page. And if the discussion was okay, then that person will be appointed. That's pretty much it. If you try doing this, if you get into any technical or social or procedural or bureaucratic problems or misunderstandings, please ask me. This is supposed to be a relatively easy procedure. Now, the reason you have to do this through Meta and through stewards is that you don't yet have a bureaucrat. A bureaucrat is like an administrator, but like a higher rank. A bureaucrat can appoint other administrators. That's the difference. You will have a bureaucrat. I don't remember exactly the details, but you can have your own bureaucrat after you had your own administrator for some time, and once you show that your community is more or less independent and active, then you will get appointed your own bureaucrat, and after that, you no longer have to ask for help from stewards. You will be able to do it all by yourself independently. But also, first time you appoint a bureaucrat, it will be temporary, I think for 3 months or 6 months or something like that, and after that you will have to reapply. It's a bit annoying, but like you do it once and then you do it again, and just become more active, and then you won't have to do it, and you will just become permanent. So that's about administratorship. That's relatively easy. A bit bureaucratic, but relatively easy.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah, thank you for adding the steps there. Yeah, I hope you will be able to tackle this. And should we just move to the next question, or do you have any clarificatory question there?
Sure. I think we'll get on it and we'll have more questions for that.
Yeah. Yeah, so you asked about any grants that you can apply for new content and growth of the community. Yes, you can apply for grants if you are looking for something really small, like, just to test the waters, to do a small workshop, and you need like under $100 or $200. You can directly reach out to the grants and partnerships manager in India. Let me just write down his email address here. For really small grants, pdos@wikimedia.org. And I think even for the bigger one, like, it's good to start with a conversation with the grants officer. So Praveen does, and I can also connect you if needed. And there's also I've linked to the Rapid Fund details here. The link where you can learn about Rapid Fund. It takes about 3 months. It's about 3 month process, 2 to 3 month process, and this is up to $5,000. And then there are even bigger grants, but we slowly get there. Just don't in Wikimedia. Just don't write big proposals and fund in them immediately. It's better to just go slowly and step by step. Yeah, one thing here is either if there's a non-profit with an FCRA that is eligible to receive this. If not, then it can be an individual grant, and we have some. We figure out how do we then process it. So that is one thing where you can't apply as a for-profit institution. It can either be for a non-profit, if without FCRA, but still for a non-profit institution, or it can be a group of volunteer individuals. Better to have a group of Wikimedia volunteers, I think, who are already active, and we can see that these are the people and they lead this, and the others can be supporting the organizations, and they can be partners, and all that is okay. So we can have further conversation about that.
Great, it's very useful.
Yeah. Next up, for Tibetan domain for Wikisource, I've shared a link here, which is a request for new languages. Although this is not a new language, like there's already a Tibetan Wikipedia, you still have to come here, and there are instructions for adding a new request, and there you will create in Wiki project language Wikisource Tibetan, and you will create this page. And there's uh, wait, oh, should I copy the template, or it should have been automatically created, Amir? This template. Am I right?
You need to write the name Wiki source Tibetan.
No, but then this template, I should copy this template and paste it there, right?
Probably, I don't remember. Yeah, probably you need to copy it.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
just to emphasize, this is a very simple,
Yeah.
technical, procedural, bureaucratic step.
Yes. Yes.
Like 99% of the work is actually putting up the pages on Wikisource. This is just a tiny bureaucratic step. It's just basically like filling a form. And if you put the pages up on Wikisource and you format them nicely and you categorize them correctly, this will be easily approved.
Yes. So yeah, but this is one step you'll need to do, because there also you will need to mention a category, and that is the category then you also use for that you write in the content, so that it gets tracked. This there here it says category. So like, what is the category where we're looking for this content? Because that's is which is used, and it can be. Let me just go back. And it can be, very simple. It has to be written in this format. Uh, it can be this, or same, but the word the name Tibetan in Tibetan itself.
In Tibetan. Okay.
Yes, so it can be, you choose either of those, and then you write that this is our category, and then you add it to all of the pages, um, and that should be it.
Okay, great.
Yeah, so these are basically the two steps, and with this we will be able to track. Once your request will be formally there, as Amir said, a bureaucratic step, but we still need it. Your request will be there placed, and then with this category on all the pages, and there is a footer section in every Wikisource page where it doesn't then interfere with the original text. It just stays there for this purpose. And let me let me quickly show you the footer page as well. Uh, well, yeah, I don't find. Let me just use whatever text I'm looking at. So yeah, when you click on edit, there is this header and footer here. Sometimes it's not visible directly. You click on proofread tools, and here you enable or disable the header. If you don't see it already, then you can just enable it from here, from proofread tools, and add the category here. The category they have written it in the header. That's also okay. So header or footer, I prefer footer. Just no, as such, that doesn't really matter, because in the end you see it here. So yeah, with that we'll be able to see what's the progress of this Wikisource. Is it close to meeting the criteria? The criteria is at least 3 editors with more than 10 edits per month for more than 3 months. Once you reach that criteria, you would be eligible for creation. Then someone from the volunteer language committee, which both Amir and I are on in our volunteer capacities, someone from there will look at it and propose it for creation. So it's, take it, if you're doing it all correctly, within 2025 you should have a separate Tibetan Wikisource.
Great. Good news.
Yeah. So let's go to the next question. Yeah, what's our position on AI?
You're not sharing your screen anymore. Sorry.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Let me do it. Yes. Next question from you is, what's the Wikipedia's position on AI-assisted content? The Wikimedia Foundation has shared its AI strategy, which puts humans first. You can read this blog post there. But otherwise, like, for the Wikimedia community, I don't think there is a one AI strategy or something that community has found. And see, Amir
far as I know, it doesn't exist. There was several attempts to create a specific community policy. I I know in the English Wikipedia there was an attempt to create a community policy. Last time I checked, it was not an official policy. Generally, certainly on the English Wikipedia, which has fairly clear content editorial policies, if you use, I don't even like the term AI, I prefer LLM, which is the relevant kind of AI for this. If you use LLM when you create some content, and this content fully conforms to all the other editorial policies, like it's fact-checked, it's neutral, you have reliable sources, it conforms to the manual of style, and so on, publish it. That's like, like how. Also, like what kind of AI? Does it mean machine translation? Okay, machine translation, and you checked every word, and you corrected all the vocabulary mistakes and all the grammar mistakes, and you added reliable sources for everything. It doesn't matter that you used a language model while you were doing this. That's generally common sense. Just from personal experience, just for the fun of it, I tried using LLM to create a Wikipedia article. I published it once. I actually published it once. Creating the article took maybe like, I don't know, a couple of minutes, but checking every word that it's actually correct and confirming it with my friends who are better experts than I am on the topic of the article and finding a reliable source for every sentence, this took like 2 or 3 hours. Okay, if I didn't use an LLM, it would probably take me not 3 hours but 4 hours. But the important part is the fact checking and adding the sources. LLMs cannot do it, and probably never will be able to do it. Yeah, that's the issue with Wikipedia. For Wikisource, is it possible to use AI when you use Wikisource? Wikisource in different languages have different policies about translations in general. I think that some Wikisources don't allow translations at all. I think that the English one allows translations in some way. Again, how exactly do you use AI? If you use machine translation and you check every word and you check that the translation is correct, then I personally would say that it's okay, but I'm not sure what is exactly the written policy about this. But I don't think that AI is the main thing. Definitely, yeah. There's a question of it's like AI by itself is probably not a problem if you check that everything is otherwise correct. If you use AI in the process, it's probably fine.
Yeah. So yeah, as you mentioned that you're going, every sentence is going to be backed by authentic sources. I think as long as you're doing that, this is perfectly fine.
Another little comment. I said that when I tried using an LLM to create Wikipedia articles, I actually published it only once. There were a couple of other times that I tried to create articles, like whole Wikipedia articles using an LLM as an experiment, and like I almost published them, but then in the last minute I thought, actually no, this is suspicious. Like what this text create, like it looks like a Wikipedia article, but it makes some claims that kind of sound like correct facts, but when I actually started checking whether those facts are really correct, they were not entirely correct. So I didn't publish it. So that's, I would say that this is responsible use of language models. If you're sure that you fact check everything, go for it. If you're not sure, no, because like it gives you, because it writes in such correct grammatical English, it gives you the feeling that these are like good facts, but it's very misleading. You have to like go the extra mile to check this because it can make stuff up.
Great. Yeah, thanks a lot. Yeah, just like to a very quick comment. So actually, our approach is the opposite. So we start with factual information, and we just use LLMs to reorder it and make it like as a yeah.
That's probably okay. That's probably okay. But again, do another round of fact checking and like human verification.
For sure.
Yeah.
All right. Next up, uploading large amounts of text on Wikisource. I am not sure how it can be done and if others have done it, but I think that's a good question to ask in the Wikisource Global Community Telegram channel. Do make sure to mention in what format the texts are. Are they PDFs with embedded text in them, or yeah, like so? What format is it there? How are you planning to bring it? And probably someone can answer. And yeah, next up is the bots or APIs to populate content. There, Amir, if you have any suggestions on specific things, I know about PyWiki bot, which people use in many different ways, and there is a manual on using it. And I know about another tool which is I haven't used it for creation, but it's for editing, large number of text pages, articles, or pages on Wikisource or anything. That is the other one I know about. Amir, go ahead.
I used the Wiki browser a few times for Wikipedia. I never tried it on Wikisource. It should probably work, but I'm not totally sure. PyWiki bot. I'm a little bit experienced with that. I ran I wrote and they ran some bots. If somebody knows the Python programming language and can write simple Python scripts that handle strings, it's fairly easy to do. And you have to know the Python programming language. You have to be comfortable running commands on the command line. If you're comfortable with that, then you can probably do this. And for example, you can have like a bunch of text files, and then the bot will pick every text file and upload it as a new page. Doing this with PyWikibot, if you know the Python programming language, is fairly easy. Creating those text files, that might be the difficult part, because they have to be formatted properly for Wikipedia. If you write the text files in the proper Wikitext format with equal headings, or curly brace templates, or square bracket links, and so on. Like if you put all these things in the text file, and you know the Python programming language, and you run this, yes, it's definitely a possibility. Like there are several technical hurdles, not horribly difficult hurdles, but somewhat technical, yes.
Sounds good. Yes, so we do have people who actually are very fluent in Python, and but one thing we will want to do is to submit some of the text files that we have formatted to you guys to check if we're doing everything correctly, etc., and so we can just like run it on more data.
Sure, and so yeah, do reach out, and in this case, you can reach out to Amir, also to the general chat, and there are also specific chats for developers, which we can add. You can add more folks too, if you have further questions around this. Cool. Yeah, next up there is a question about translating the source texts on Wikisource as well as new articles on Wikipedia into English, Chinese, Hindi. Are there guidelines regarding this, specifically the use of AI for translation? I think this question again, as long as there is a human verifying it, because we use machine learning, we use machine but it still has to be verified by a human and make corrections are made to it. As long as that's being done, I think it's completely fine. But I do see that you published a text on Chinese wiki source, and although when you publish the text it says this was like that, this is in the public domain, and this was the text that you uh, added, the person came and marked it as copy violation. Okay, and then they removed the text. um, yeah, this is this I just use Google Translate, which says that this article may infringe copyright. This article is suspected of infringing copyright. And yeah, this is incorrect under my understanding. So then again, there has to be some discussion, and I see, oh, there is a discussion page where, oh, you've also mentioned this is a public domain translation. Okay. So yeah, further interaction, maybe pinging the specific person there. Also, again, anything like this would be good to discuss in the Wikisource global community chat. Maybe there is someone there who knows Chinese, or maybe there are global Wikisource admins, or just global admins who can interfere here or intervene here if needed. Amir, any
Okay,
thoughts?
thank you.
Amir, would you like to add anything?
Not really. That again goes back to like I don't know Chinese, and different editions of Wikisource may have different policies about translation. Maybe this is a mistake. Maybe this is a misunderstanding. Like maybe everything is okay in terms of copyright, and everything is okay in terms of appropriateness for Wikisource, but an administrator or some other editor just made a mistake. It's a possibility, but somebody who knows Chinese should have a discussion with them on the top page. That's all I can say. That's the standard procedure for everything on the wiki sites, and I just cannot help much more because I simply don't know Chinese. Yeah. If it was the English wiki source or the Hebrew wiki source, I would be able to help you.
Yeah, and if it's Hindi and English, I can be of help there.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
By the way, Hebrew, you mentioned Hebrew earlier. Hebrew Wikisource is quite well developed. I don't know if you noticed or not. They have a lot of classical religious texts and commentaries. They have a whole very clever system for that. And I say they because even though I know Hebrew, I contribute to the Hebrew Wikisource quite rarely. I contribute to the English Wikisource, books in English about Hebrew on the English Wikisource, but much less to the Hebrew Wikisource. So I'm not very familiar with the templates and the tools they use for that. But if you're interested, I can connect you with the people who do that. Maybe you will find their experience useful. They have I should say we and not they, but there is a very highly developed, clever system for doing that, connecting the Bible and the different commentaries and putting them together and making it possible to search for it and view it in several ways. A very nice, clever system.
Exactly. Yeah. So, yeah, we want to connect with them for sure. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So we have exactly the same kind of cases.
Okay. Next up, the best practice to publish public domain text without scanned images. This, I'm not sure there is a best practice around it. It's usually you are encouraged to find scanned files. Since you said you're scanning 300,000 or 3 lakh public domain documents, so you can publish them, and as you mentioned, connecting with the Wikidata item and maybe have it in a list that you're trying to find a written source for it, because once you find a written source, the text is going to change, and then you make corrections and remove the previous text and have the one which is with the scanned image.
Okay, so much better to have images.
Yes, much better, because then we can verify what was written actually there. Because if someone make any changes in the text, we can't go back and check what was written in the published text. Commentaries in the derivative work category. Should we suggest creation of a commentary category? On Wikidata. Derivative work. Yeah, I think derivative work would work on Wikidata. Because creation of a new, I don't know, yeah, but that's again, things like this can further be discussed if you think it doesn't really capture, and you can still discuss it with the global Wikimedia group, and you can share some example Wikidata items and get some feedback there.
Okay, sounds good. Yeah.
So your bibliographical data is RDF based. I actually don't know what that is. Amir, do you have any idea on this framework?
Not really, not at all. To be honest, I hope that you would know this. If you don't know this, then
Sylvia would know this.
yeah, very likely some other people in the Wikisource community know this, like Vigneron or maybe some other people.
Yeah.
RDF is basically knowledge graph.
Yeah, like definitely, there are definitely several people who know about these like metadata and library links and stuff like that. I'm just not one of those people. I hope Sadeep is one of those people, but if not me, not Sadeep. But like I'm like 99% sure that you can find somebody else in the general Wikisource community who is familiar with something like this.
Great.
Vigneron, like you mentioned the user Vigneron, he's French. He knows English well. Very likely he knows something about this or knows somebody who does.
Yes, I do know my colleague in the culture and heritage team, Sylvia. She was a librarian earlier, and she now works as a program officer for libraries. So she definitely knows this, and she's very good with data as well. So I think I'll just connect. And you can go to for Wikisource global chat. You can connect with, and I can also connect with Sylvia. But I do kind of I do like I don't know the specific framework, but it's it's your metadata, and it's this is the work name, this is the number of pages, or what is the theme. So it's basically in that format. So you can actually if you get it in you can actually take it all from that framework to Wikidata together. That's very much possible. But yeah, I think one of these folks will be happy to help.
Perfect.
So that's what you're planning to do, right? Is take the entire data and put it on Wikidata in one go.
That's right. Yeah. And we have like something that's quite extensive with like work versions and items and this and like author, publisher, translator, etc.
Yeah. All that information, and then the author gets connected with Wikidata. If there is an existing entry, if there is no existing entry, there's a new entry is created. So yeah, there's a tool called OpenRefine. And let me just
we've been using it.
If you've been using it, perfect. So yeah, that's what Sylvia is also an expert on. So we can have a follow-up conversation with Sylvia. But yeah, you just using that tool, we can create, and since it's connected with Wikidata as well directly, and using the tool, you can create Wikidata items directly for the books and for the authors or translators from there itself, or connect if they're already existing, connect with them within the tool.
Oh, that's really good to know. Yeah. Okay. We'll look
Yes.
into it. We'll do some homework first and then reach out to them. Yeah.
Yes. So let me just um, share a few links here in the meanwhile. So there's one about reconciling with Wikibase or Wikidata. Open that file. There are some trainings which are available. Yes, in the second link that I'm sharing, which is on Wikidata. There are some trainings that are available. Some videos that are there which have which shares. The videos have this information as how do we go about with editing Wikidata directly using this tool. So yeah, go through it, have a check, and where you need, where you think you have specific questions regarding using this and creating items with this, feel free to bring those specific questions, and we can have the follow-up conversation.
Right. Thanks a lot.
E-text files larger than 2 MB. Bringing quite new issues that are very new to me as well, and I've been working with Wikisource for a long time. So this is an entire. I'm just wait. Sharing. So this was an entire text file, very big text file is what was.
That's right. We have like these big volumes, like all text. Yeah.
Yeah. So on Wikisource, so you're linking to a page, and but then you're writing the text there. On Wikisource, transclusion works in a different way, where you just take the text stays on other pages, and then it's just shown on one page later or in multiple sub pages. So maybe if you try transclusion in that way, this error wouldn't be there. Instead of copy pasting entire text in one box, one text box.
I see. So, I mean, Dakar, are you there? Yeah, Dakar actually was working on this. So, yeah. Can you just like explain the program, like, yeah, sure.
Actually, this particular image, the text file link. So this is all text in one page itself.
Yeah.
So I tried with PyWikipod as well, and using the web UI as well.
Yeah.
So
yeah. So it's what I'm saying is, instead of putting the text, you're linking to the page number, but you're also copy pasting the text there itself, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, but this was actually the requirement. Actually, this link is pointing to the ground truth, original text.
Exactly. I do understand that. So you don't need to paste the text again here. There is a different way to do the same thing what you're trying to do, where you just link that, okay, page this ground truth, page number this to this, all the text, put it in this one page. Let me just share that. Which file is this? Let me try and find. Can you, if you're on the laptop, can you just share this file with me? And I just can quickly show you what I mean here. Well, everyone else. So there is a, like in the text page, I would rather just write the file name here, and then how many pages do I want on that specific page. I think this should work. Um, but yeah, we can. If it still doesn't solve, then we can ask further questions to the Wikisource community, or we need to make a few different sub pages. Okay, let me try and take this file. Oh, something somewhere broke while you were sending me this file. This link is not working. Yeah. Or you can. Where do I find?
Mm. Could you just copy paste the whole link and put it in the search bar?
Yeah, I tried it.
No, it doesn't work.
It doesn't work. What's your username?
It's Takat10 actually.
Can you write it in the chat?
Yes, just write your username. I'll just find it.
See, get a username to show up once.
Yeah, just your username.
Username, do you mean the
Wikimedia username. Your
Yeah.
what's written at the very top when you log in. Yes, this is exactly what I was looking for. And it is the latest file you were working on. No, but this was just created on 10th 5th of August. This is the latest file.
actually the changes are being made on another account?
Oh yeah, give me that account.
You Kanga Ajirigela.
Can you
Oh,
check?
Kanga
Oh, it's one of his colleagues. Okay.
Oh, okay. But
yeah.
I see on this page the way you have created this page, which is this is the first page you did. You just wrote page index and the file name .pdf, and then from page 1 to 4. This is the way to do it instead of putting every single page link and the text there. If you do it, I think it should still work for thousands of pages here. I can do a test if you give me the file name, and I can just check here. Otherwise, it should work. So it will be like this, and then the text comes here. You don't need to write and copy paste the text here.
Yeah, I will share you one link as well. We are facing the same issue in transmission as well.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, just a second.
Okay, this is
Amir,
your username.
about Wikisource specifically, and feel free if you have another follow up, another meeting that you might need to go to.
No, that's okay. No, you probably know this better than I do. I'm a bit familiar with the pages thing. I haven't really touched it myself for several years, to be honest. It probably didn't change since then, but yeah. I do generally recommend, and it is also related to another question that you have in the document about many templates. Consider making the pages shorter. Because having very long pages can exceed some limits, and it's generally not very convenient for readers anyway. The pages should probably be shorter. If you run into limitations saying you have too many pages, you have too many templates, you have too many megabytes, kilobytes, whatever, just one slightly silly but working solution can be to just make the page shorter and to just split it to several pages.
Yeah, okay, I see the problem here, and we can actually discuss, that at the end on the 700 or so page, you can actually link this in the global chat and ask for the questions. But I would like to believe that in these 700 or so pages of book, there would be sections. There would be something like chapters. So ideally, for a digital text, we would divide them into those sub pages, and then when someone clicks on download, all those sub pages will be collected together, and there will be one PDF for all of it. But for digital reading, as Amir said, it would be good to have it for those subsections that are there. because usually there wouldn't be such a long book without any chapters or subsections or multiple books within it.
Okay, makes sense. Right.
Yeah, but if you think that this is the format and there is no way you can split the book, I think maybe just ask in the global channel. Maybe someone knows. If someone doesn't know any solution, then we'll have to go the other way, because there might be just some limits on the server end.
Okay. Yeah, we'll do both. Yeah.
Okay, and I think the next is also the next transclusion template is again the same. I'll come back to this. I think so we have the same issue, similar issue here is how much text we can put on a page. So I think we've answered this. You can't add Wikisource, Tibetan Wikisource links in Wikidata. Yes, you can't, because there's no Tibetan Wikisource yet, and you can only add multilingual Wikisource links, which are here. So, but this will change once you have a Tibetan Wikisource. Instead of sources, you can then it will become just like BO. Yes, here it will be instead of multilingual here Wikisource BO. So it will get changed there. Ideally, it should just happen automatically when Tibetan Wikisource is created and it is imported from multilingual to Tibetan Wikisource. Yeah.
Okay. Thanks a lot. It feels like Christmas for us. I guess it feels like a very long day at work for you guys.
No, it's I would say the most exciting days, because I have been looking for folks for working for Tibetan language for a long time. I've been trying and connecting. There were a few other institutions that that our partnerships manager tried to contact for Tibetan, but we haven't gotten a really good response from any. This is like Diwali for me.
Okay, great.
Impression. So I'm really excited, and feel free to get back. And we have written some steps here. Join the Telegram groups. Go ahead, talk to many other folks as much as you can, and feel free to. I'm also on Telegram. Feel free to contact me there directly for any messages, and feel free to write emails. There are so many things for you to do as well, as I see. So be waiting for you, and looking forward to meet some of you in any upcoming workshops or meetups in around Punjab or other places.
Great. Thanks a lot.
Thank you so much, everyone, and thank you, Amir, for supporting.
Yeah. So we'll do more homework, and then we'll be in touch for sure.
One last reminder. I wrote it in the document, but please email me and let's set a separate time for training about software localization. So
yes,
totally, let's do it.
Yeah. We'll do it. Yeah.
Great.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Bye.
See you soon.
Bye.
Bye. Cheers.
Thank you.